there, and welcome back to another part of Tomb Raider 2. Lara Croft Gaming here, and this is part 10, I think. Is that right? Yeah. No, it's part 11. And this level is living quarters. Well, this level is quite a short one. I'll be covering the entire level in one part and going for all the secrets. And the video in total is less than 45 minutes, so but it's still going to be action packed. Ooh, we've got the heartbeat soundtrack. I think it said sound attack there, but soundtrack. Soundtrack. Sound attack. Oh god. Yes. Once again, this level is very well designed, I think. Got another thug to take care of here. Yes. I've had the heartbeat soundtrack before, haven't we, a few levels back? 40 Fathoms we had it. I believe that was the first time we had it. In the history of Tomb Raider. Somebody's actually made a scale model of some of the levels Tomb Raider 2 for some reason. Oh dear. And there's one of this level, yeah. Doesn't look exactly the same though. In terms of the dimensions. Yeah, so at least we have an atmosphere for now. Atmospheric soundtrack. It might go off at some point, but oh, I think the way they did this was a bit stupid because there's a trap, and if you're playing it for the first time, you won't know about the trap. I'm not playing it for the first time, but Jesus Christ, I still get caught up by it. I know about the trap, I just still move out of the way in time. Or was that deliberate? No, because I tried to roll out of the way, and she wouldn't do it. Well, I've cut the loading screen out. I hope you can appreciate that. The efforts I've gone into to make this video watchable. Oh. I wonder what happens if you leave those men alive then. And flood this place full of water. That would be fun to find out, because you do flood this place full of water later on. Would they drown? Or would they just be stuck underwater? Oh. I don't know, actually. Yeah, the barrels do make it harder to get in this room. There's even more. So yes, the objective is to fill this area full of water. But in order to do that, we have to actually get past the fire first. And the only way to do that is by swinging across here. Oh. it takes quite a while to get across there. I can't do it very quickly, actually. Oh. Now that lever puts the fire out. You don't actually have to pull it though, so I opt not to do so. So what I'm going to do is, well, I've already done it, but what I do in this level is I wait for the water to come in to put the fire out. One of the fires actually stays on, which is quite funny. I thought that was an amusing touch, so that's what I was chosen to do instead. So, right. Oh, did I mention this is level 9? Probably not. This is level 9, living quarters. And essentially it's a filler level because the previous level was quite a big one, right? And Maria Doria, and the next one's a big one, the deck. So in between there's this small level to get between the areas, but it still has 3 secrets in it, as always. Indeed, this part of the level is probably the trickiest, because you have this puzzle where no, you don't want to go over there just yet. There's something incredibly stupid now. This pillar is not high enough for you to make that jump. Nevertheless, I give it a shot. If it was, that would be a massive shortcut right there. Because I'd just be able to pull that lever straight away and fill that room with water, you see. I'm pretty sure there are ways of cheating the game and making it, but with the introduction of crawling in the next few games, it makes the sort of jackhammer glitch a lot easier to do. It's possible to do in the first few games, but with the crawl ability, it's actually a lot easier to pull off. So, and what you do is actually go in the corner and make a crawl, and then you can warp up to the top of the area. It's quite a useful trick, especially if you keep falling down there and having to go the long way around. It cuts out on all of that. Oh, and of course there's more block puzzles. And the problem I have with these ones is literally like you don't know what's behind them until you've done the puzzle. There's nothing meaningful in this part actually. There's just ammunition. I think that's it. And of course the secret, which I've got. So the secret's not that meaningful. Oh dear. Yeah, in the first 2 games you hit walls, she goes, she doesn't in the later games, for some reason. I don't know why I was so tired. Actually, I do. I was up half the night with toilet problems. Oh. Yeah, my balls are still adjusting. They do like this churning thing where they just churn for hours on end. it's a bit horrible. But all that's behind that, the shotgun shells, and you don't necessarily need. Well, you do want them, but you don't necessarily need them. So, because you have plentiful supplies in this game for most things. I do think that for the automatic pistols, you might run dry in the final few areas, but other than that, I do like the design of the pipes on the walls. I think it's a nice touch, even though they're clearly not 3D. So, oh dear. Is that it? Is that all that's in this part? Yes, it is. So you could probably do this a lot quicker than I've done. Don't look for anything else. There's nothing else here. But that leads back to there, and I suppose you could just go the other way from the start and pull the lever. But then you'd miss the secret, and you'd miss the shotgun, so that's all you'd miss. You wouldn't miss any key items or anything. So, but I want obviously all the secrets and all levels, so I'm not going to take any shortcuts in this playthrough. If you want that, there are videos that speedrun it and so on and what have you, so I don't feel like I have to do that. I could do like the speedrun of this game as well, but then if I did that, I'd speedrun them all, and I'm not going to do that because I've already done Let's Play to do a speedrun as well. It's just a bit, because I'm not a speedrunning channel. I don't speedrun games because, well, I suppose if you know them you can do, but I don't think it's worth doing really. So right. Oh, but the problem is I think you have to go that way in order to get to the raised pillars. I don't think you can get to them from down there, so actually I think you have to go that way anyway. So, save the game. Why is she just standing there? I've edited this video, you know. Maybe not as thoroughly as I could have done, but I don't care. Not necessarily professional. And there you go, you see, we put water in that room. Oh, it's as simple as getting back couldn't be simpler, but I think that's it. You walk up the lever and it shows you that room again. I'll try a shortcut, should I die? So you want to do try and take shortcut, she dies, so I pull the lever. You unpull the lever, it doesn't take the water back out. You can't re-pull it. Oh, they've died again. So that's just stupid. Why did I die twice? You turn up, so just retake that jump and go back. And I think it resets the pillars as well when you pull that, which is interesting. We also do like the Heartbeat soundtrack because it really suits this level. So, and they reuse it so good that they reuse it in Tomb Raider 3 as well for Area 51. So. I don't know how they got the idea to use the Heartbeat soundtrack, but because it's a bit weird, but whatever. So yeah, you can probably leave the men alive in here and float. Well, I'd love to see what happens when you do that. But yeah, you leave the fires on, and if you go in the fire, it can still damage you underwater. So So you can still get burnt. And as soon as you go next area, there's a diver that shoots darts up Lara's ass, which is nice. I swear to God, he aims it. He fires them between her legs. Well, when your ass is as big as Lara's, it's a target. Shut the fuck up. Oh, I'm sick of outside noise. This is a problem when you open the fucking windows, and even when you don't open the fucking windows and stop fucking outside noise from the outside. Bostonians of humanity. Shut up. I don't care. I'll pause it again. So what we better do is lure the diver back through the entrance here, and then he will follow you through there. The men would probably just disappear. I don't know what would happen. Drown them. It's got me curious now. Or they might all turn into divers. Their bodies have disappeared. No, that's underwater. In this game, the men you kill don't really disappear. They're just flooding it with water. Just destroys the men completely. In Tomb Raider 4, the enemies do disappear when you kill them. And that's probably the same on memory. Yeah, I never once kill a diver underwater. Oh god, she just, oh dear. I'll just leave her like hanging around in the water too long. It's not going to be very entertaining to watch, but I'm sure I don't. And you can't anyway, she runs out of oxygen, so I'm like going up those. Well, this area is confusing. There's a number of air pockets here. This kind of looks like the deck. Oh, given that it's in the same general area as the deck, it's not a surprise really. Oops, I've just revealed that the next level looks like this one. No, honestly, the deck just takes it up a notch and makes it so much more entertaining again. The level design is really good in these levels, I will say that. And so is the atmosphere. So although I complain about this game having too many enemies and what have you, I can't complain about certain levels being too, I don't know, straightforward or whatever, or too enemy oriented for them to be very fun. These levels are fun, even though there's a lot of enemies in them. So, and they're of substance. The puzzles are good and challenging to do. We've got a nice shot of her face there. And there you go. You see where on this area. Probably my least favourite part of this level is this area. I just don't like the look of it that much, but I shall persevere. I don't like the narrowness of some of the setting either, like the clunkiness of it, but some shotgun wielding prick somewhere. They're very good at spotting you, those guys. Oh, indeed. There's a puzzle in here. It's timed. You have to pull those things up in the back. There's ledges, but they're only up for a certain amount of time. I think one of them stays up longer than the other one does, slightly. And not like that hasn't been overutilized in this game already, but it's the same mechanic, basically. And if you're on the ledge and one of them goes down, there's a bit of glass. And of course you die, so that's very nice. Or you just fall on the floor, because the pit is not the width of the entire thing, but I've played it so many times I don't get affected by the timeliness of it now, but I have been in the past, so you see, you just about have enough time to do it most of the time. It's not that hard, to be honest. It's not that hard, right? You just can't afford to hang about, is the thing. Oh, and so that dropped the hatch for us, which enables us to get in the upper area there where the shotgun wielding idiot was. So. Oh God! Oh, I don't care. It sounds how it sounds, and while it sounds is so it sounds, quite frankly. But I'm not doing perfect commentary like one of these also perfect people. I'm yawning, I'm slurring, and the speech is all over the place. I simply and could not care less, frankly. There's a loud wood pigeon going. You get this in this place, wood pigeons and seagulls just kind of screaming their heads off and disturbing the peace all the fucking time. Oh. I say something that has the potentiality to be offensive. Right, and I confuse this area with 40 Fathoms because it is quite similar in how it's laid out. This is not 40 Fathoms. But I really do like the design of this level, it's great. Look at the giant blue walls there. For 1997 that was epic. What you could ask yourself is what kind of man would chase a woman around with a giant monkey wrench? I can see one of the secrets. You don't want to go down there yet, however. Because once you do, you can't get back up. And while that's not a detrimental level completion, you do miss a secret by going down there too early. And you don't really want to miss the gold secret, do you? No. So they do look like rubber duckies. They do look like rubber duckies because they're just, the graphics on them are so bad that they don't look like dragons. They're not rubber duckies, but they might as well be. Right, that's a gold secret. Well, you start getting mixed up levels in which gold secret is not the final one, so to speak. Couldn't be sure why they started messing around with the order of the secrets. Because really that should have been the green one down there. And the gold one should be the one that's furthest away, but never mind. The only other game in the series was like a set number of secret spell levels chronicles, the Gold Roses. There's always 3. But even then there's some levels where there's 2 and there's 1, so that's not so because. But they're always the same. In terms of the Gold Roses, they're all, you don't get different colour roses, gold. So they actually unlock something. Whereas these don't. Just add extra time to the level. To be honest though, I think that in this level they don't really add a lot of time level completion going for the secrets because it's such a short level, so. Of course, if you play it for the first time and you go for the secrets, it might be a bit harder. Oh, and because there's been music, the atmospheric soundtrack's been knocked off. This means there's nothing to get me going, really. Pick up the secret, instantly die. But the final secret level is the green one. There's a bunch of ammunition. The M16 comes in handy in the final section of the game, with some of the enemies you have to fight there. Don't want to say too much, because we're not there yet. We'll be fairly soon, I should imagine. Right, kill that guy. That retarded fish keeps biting me in the arse, taking large chunks of it. Oh, yeah. Right. Oh, this bit's a little bit irritating. After just 25 minutes to go all 3 secrets in this level. Oh. Yeah, I think the mechanics of this aren't done very well at all. So it's a bit of a pain in the arse to get to the right angle. Do they have to make it so stupid? No, they didn't. But they did, so. So they made it that way, and that's the way it is. I have to live with it. Half the problem is figuring out which angle to come at it from. Never mind anything else. Oh, it's such a failure. I just think that I'd have rather just add a passage to the next area without any gimmicks, because I don't know, it's really, really poorly done, this, in my opinion. I really think it's cool how you can look and see. Well, that's the secret area where we got the secret, and you can look at that from here. Of course, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. You know, picturesque things. I think that's one of the big areas where the modern Tomb Raider games just, they don't look like this. You can't do this in modern Tomb Raider. And even if you could, it wouldn't look as good. Oh. I could have cut this a bit, but I didn't. My God. Shut up, wood pigeon. I don't appreciate this, you know. Loudly going unrecovered and shh. It may or may not show up on the recording, but they are bloody loud, those things. Jesus. Oh, there's nothing here. I'm just whistling down. Right. This is the next area. Well, no, it isn't. It's just the passage to it. I'm not sure what those gold things are supposed to be. I'm quite poorly designed overall. Maybe they're supposed to be chairs. Oh, that's rude. Like, as soon as I get there, he's a goon. He doesn't know any better, but it's still irritating to not be able to appreciate the scenery without being shot at. Yes. I'm not sure why the other block is there, because you can push it. But essentially it doesn't come in handy for any reason. So this block is to unlock access to an area that we need to go to complete the level. So that's understandable, but the block that's in the middle of this room doesn't actually have a use. Maybe it originally did in the early versions of the game. I don't know. But yeah, we can't go here yet because we haven't got the key that we need. So the objective is to get to the other side of there, and that's the end of the level. But we can't get to the other side because you can't reach, so what we have to do is fill that area with water and swim over to it, and that'll end the level. And start the next level, so which is the deck, which is a bit bigger than this one. But if you do a running jump, you'll just find that she only just misses the area. And I'm sure if you could glitch the game to go through that area, you'd do it a lot quicker. But we're not going to be doing that. We're going to be doing things properly here at Jamie Clough Gaming. We don't take shortcuts very often. I know what we do with some racing games. Yeah, there's a key. It's quite easy to find this key. Personally, what I would have done is I would have put the key. I wouldn't have just. I don't think there's much value to coming down to this pit to pick a key up. I think I would have put the key in an earlier part of the level and just let you go to that area a little bit quicker. Because personally, the way I've done this, I'm not such a fan of it. But there you go. Oh. And then that would have just. Oh my god, don't pause the game. Have I edited this at all? No, not really at all. Have I left a bit of unedited material in? I think I've left like a little bit of video footage at the start of the next video, not to finish this one. I hadn't realised that, you see. Before I started commentating. Are they beds? Let's see, I don't know. Oh. Ugh. Oh god, there's 3 of them. Oh, Jesus Christ. Imagine how much shorter this level would be without enemies in it. That would be. It wouldn't be that much shorter actually. But it would be short. Oh. I do like the M16, and I think it's a shame that it's only in Tomb Raider 2, but there you go. Of course, if you play the expansion levels, it's also in that one. And arguably, the expansion levels, it's kind of like a mini game of Tomb Raider 2. It's arguably better than what you get in Tomb Raider 2 because it's more sort of I think it's more focused in terms of what the gameplay is. And I also think there's some nice improvements to level design in that, but it's still in the same engine, so. There's also another snowmobile level. But of course, you can't play that one on PlayStation. You only play it on PC and Android and iOS, so that's the only reason I've played it, is because I played the iOS version, because when they did the version of Tomb Raider 1 and 2 on the iOS, they also did the bonus levels, which is a nice touch. So you got the bonus levels for each. I'll come up here again. Why have I done that? I like how he died in midair. He's lying in midair. That's Tomb Raider logic. Right. So you've got this theatre area here. But there's a lever behind that. And that lever puts water in the other area. Well, that's pretty much it. Oh, God, oh God, oh God. What will this sound? Oh, I don't care. I don't care. Shut up. I don't care. I should stop nicking Ricky's bits. I'll get sued. And yes, and I think the colour blue really does work well in the level. And it's a shame that modern games don't make more use of the colour palette, because you'd be able to do like great things with advances in technology and so on and so forth. I suppose you got Tomb Raider level editor. The problem I have with Tomb Raider level editor is, yes, it's based on the classic games, but it's not. It looks like a core design development thing, but it's made by fans of the game. I'm not being funny, but do you really want a game that you play to be made by fans, or do you want it to be made by people who actually know what they're doing? Some of them are okay. Others are just, they try to make it a bit too difficult to figure out what you have to do, and I'm not really down with that. Because like, the problem is you don't know, because you probably have to look up a guide for most of them. And to get a guide for a fan-made level, good luck with that. But yeah, this is the end of the level. So. Thanks for joining me. Oh God, I'll see you next time.